The US trade deficit with China is about $566 billion. With India, it's about $22 billion. So why this insistence on correcting the trade deficit with India, which is a very close ally? And if we take information communication technology products, the imports would just be about 2% of the entire package from the United States. And sources are saying that if anybody benefits from lower tariffs on mobile phones and smartwatches, it would be China and not the United States.
Well, you know what President Trump's obsession is with the trade deficit. And he's hitting at all countries, whether they are adversaries or whether they are allies. We had thought that given the fact that our relationship with the United States has reached certain levels today, that they will take a strategic view of the relationship rather than be pushed by business lobbies who look after their parochial interests rather than the overall picture of the bilateral relationship, and that this will dissuade the American side from taking this step. Number two, there was the expectation that when we are ourselves going into an election phase, that in terms of political signaling, it would not be very helpful for the US government to do this at this stage. Thirdly, you know that President Trump does a lot of nitpicking. Even the other day, again, he brought up the whole issue of Harley Davidsons, which is almost ridiculous. But there
also
is that
US whiskey
kind of obsession he has that he wants to correct the trade deficit. The fourth thing that I like to say is that you see, for the Americans to say, or for anybody to say that, look, there is this trade deficit which we need to, especially for the Americans, which we need to take care of, they forget that there are other ways in which United States actually has a huge advantage in terms of international trade, not the least because of the use of dollar as the international currency. As also the fact that they have grip over all global financial US dollar transactions, the kind of sanctions they put on other countries which have implications for us. So US must take a larger view rather than this very narrow view that there is the $20–30 billion deficit.
That's right.
And therefore that puts United States at a great disadvantage, forgetting that the entire global trading system has been largely built by the United States.
Right.
So they don't take a larger strategic view.
And US exports
finally,
to India grew by about 30% in this financial year.
As has been rightly said, that we can absorb this blow.